Okay, so we've talked about like the movement component. We've talked about the recovery. We've talked about the nutrition. We think about the self-talk and then
Right.
the social connection aspects. You talked a little bit about the self-talk and as it relates to, if you feel really bad on any given day and, you feel as though training is not in your best interest today, or you just don't feel like it on that day, being gracious with yourself.
Hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit more about like that sort of self-talk aspect? And then when things are really challenging at work or whenever you've
Yeah.
faced different pieces of adversity and whatnot, sort of like how you tackle those pieces of adversity through your health and wellness.
Right. So
Yeah.
with the gracious piece, I think something that someone out there might misconstrue that as is creating excuses for yourself or to reinforce that specific negative feeling. Like if you, let's say you just move on to mid shifts and you're feeling horrible
Yeah.
because you got 3 hours of sleep, right? Obviously, there's aspects of your actual mental and physical recovery that are tied together. So your body
Hmm.
might not be at peak performance, but it's most likely that your brain is telling you everything's going crazy. Here's a bunch of negative influence to help you not do anything.
Right.
Right. So again, it's important to be gracious with yourself. Go out on a 20-minute walk.
Sure.
Cut that as a minimum and promise yourself that the next day you're going to stick to, a good solid 45-minute
Hmm.
workout, right? In the
Yep.
gym, or 45-minute light jog, or something that's a little bit
Yeah.
higher than just a walk, right? That's an extremely important aspect. Don't necessarily reinforce those excuses that your brain is trying to give you,
Hmm.
right? You counteract that by saying, well, I'm still going to do something,
Yep.
and the next day I'm going to do a little bit more.
Right.
And again, if you are feeling a strong physical negative reaction to
Hmm.
that, not just mental and emotional, then give yourself a little bit more grace, a little bit more rest and recovery time as you continue to slowly escalate. Maybe don't jump right back into your normal schedule after a
Yep.
day or two, but try to continuously push that. Your brain is, in some ways, it's like outside of yourself, and you need to wrestle with it sometimes. You
Sure.
need to be able to engage it in a productive and positive way, because your brain can be either your best friend or your worst enemy. So that self-talk aspect is critical, especially if you are working some of those weird shifts, or if you do have a large life event going on.
Right.
It's very important to hijack that aspect into being a positive and productive thing that's going to make you healthier, make you happier, make you better rested, make
For
you a
sure.
better human and a better guardian overall.
Yeah.
No one wants to have the slug necessarily sit next to them in the office.
Yeah.
This is a great way to kind of hack that.
Definitely.